So what kind of a dodgy deal are we doing here in a lay-by near Grasmilly?
Yes, well, believe it or not, it is actually a nice day the other side of that hill. So.
The dodgy deal involves Honister.
Oh yes, we have some hills.
We have some hills.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of went without saying, didn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good to see you again, Lee.
Brilliant. Yeah, can't wait for it.
Nice one. So straight out the gate, Lee,
yes.
you take me on one of your bonus climbs.
This is a horrid climb. Dunmill Raid. It's not fun. It's a main road.
I'm going to drop back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
often
nice
winding.
little addition there, Lee.
Yeah. There's a few more of these surprise climbs.
Oh, splendid. And we crest it.
Yes.
Bonus climb number 1 in the bag.
Good one.
So Lee tells me this is Thelmere.
Thelmere, yeah.
Thelmere. And all the water to feed Leeds and Manchester comes from here. Just coming into Keswick. Ooh.
Just go up.
Cross.
I'm going to do it.
I gotta say, Lee, I do like the way that on Zwift the rain doesn't get you wet.
This is definitely not what I ordered.
Are we close to Honister?
Very close, yes.
I figured we were. Imposing geology. Not that you can see much of it. The approach to Honister. It starts just up there to the white houses. Alrighty. Oh dear. No. Alright then, open up the taps. Oh my word, it's a beauty.
If you lean really far forward, your back wheel might spin out and you might injure yourself. So
Yeah, try and lean forward.
The gods of the weather blessed our previous ride in the Lake District with blue skies, sunshine and jaw-dropping views. Check out the video, stunning and savage, of Lee and I negotiating Hard Knot Pass amongst others. Now I believe in equilibrium, and with the profit and loss account of British weather luck firmly in credit, it was time for an offsetting rain-induced debit.
God dear me, Lee. Steep.
But what a sensational contrast, and as you'll see, the Lake District is just as mesmerising in the rain, and maybe even a bit more atmospheric. First on Lee's list of epic UK cols was Honister from the east, 2.1 kilometres, average gradient 10.6%, tracing the Fred Whitton route. And having gingerly perambulated down the western side, I reckon this is the easier ascent. The friendly little hamlet of Searoller provides an innocent camouflage to the start point of the climb and a period of extreme high concern. Honister starts steep and stays that way for what seems like an eternity, but in reality the hardest bit is only about 4 minutes duration, and then, well, there's a bit of respite before the final crescendo. The forward camera quickly got rain onto the lens, hence not much of the film from it was usable until I was actually able to spare a limb to wipe it clean, but the rear view gives an excellent feel for the gradient and the effort required. As is his style, Lee was seated and planted, grinding out a perfect low cadence pace, leg muscles honed to burnished perfection by unforgiving terrain and also mountain bike. These steepest gradients always feel really uncomfortable for the first 60 seconds, and I personally find it useful to try and let the power drift down to just above threshold if that still enables me to go in a straight line, in order to avoid going too hard too early and blowing up when, well, it's going to be super hard to get going again.
Is this the last bit?
that's it, that's the top there.
Okay. Coming towards the final kilometre, I guess.
Yeah.
It steepens up again.
As you can see, the despicable lower slopes are ensconced in the trees, but the climb opens up magnificently after about 1 kilometre and provides some shallow sections in order to allow us to take in the vistas. The end of the climb is visible from afar, in turn making it easier to invest in a bit more power as the terrain rears up once again. It's only about 11 minutes on paper, 305 watts average power, but in reality it's a lot harder and you'll be happy to crest it, as evidenced by the 317 watts normalised power, that's VO2 max.
We there?
That's it. Done.
Lee,
Yes.
always respect for your pacing. Beautiful pacing, beautiful climb. Very, very absorbing climb.
Well, I have to say it wasn't really pacing, it was just me on the limit all way.
Yeah,
As is always
I too was on the limit to hold the wheel. Over the limit, I think it's fair to say. But no, so I mean, it's that first, I don't know, 7 minutes or whatever, super steep. You just got to dig in, and then
Relentless
it's all
ramps.
quite manageable, and you've got the vistas after that.
Yes, yeah. The first 7 minutes very tough, and then it just eases up.
Yeah.
Ends a bit horrid,
But so glad you brought me over this way to check this one out. A few people in Strava commenting needed to see it, and
Yes.
you've delivered. Thank you very much. And what a beautiful day. Lake District, sensational, even in the rain, and you can't say that for many places. GoPro. Newlands Pass, here we come.
Newlands Pass is also on the Fred Whitton route and clocks in at 1.9 kilometres with average gradient 10%. Now Lee gave this climb a really big billing ahead of taking it on. And also do be aware that on the Fred, one of the feed stops comes just before the start of the segment. So don't overindulge on the free carbohydrates. Newlands is for me right up there with Hard Knot and Rhinos in terms of the vistas, but it isn't as tough a proposition, and that's because the inclines are more evenly distributed. The rain had eased off and we were warming to our task, with Lee setting a blistering pace. Evenly distributed the inclines may well be, but this is the Lake District and there are of course a few short and steep ramps, but nothing like Honister, Rhinos or let alone Hard Knot, and there's even a tiny descent, and I reckon that's the Lake District's definition of luxury.
Let's go speed up down here. Let's go.
You can't help but feel alive on a climb like this, blasting past the hikers and their parked cars, but no less attuned to the nature. Indeed, I would argue that as cyclists, we are more discerning connoisseurs of the countryside, given we can traverse so much more of it in a fraction of the time, comparing and contrasting multiple UK cols in a single day. A few too many, I reckon, on the Fred Whitton route. The level of concern is rising ahead of me taking that on in September, by the way. Please do like, comment and subscribe. But for now, it's time to roll the music and let the Lake District do the talking. We dispatched Newlands Pass in 8 minutes and 38 seconds with average power 312 watts and normalised 321. And that put me 8th in my age group, and that's thanks to perfect pacing from Mr. Lee Baxter.
Oh. To the climbers, to the climbers who don't slip over, the vistas. And to the climbers, the descent, down to Keswick. And now it's time for dessert. The kind of dessert that Lee likes to serve up. What's it called, Lee?
Windlatter Pass.
Windlatter Pass. Is it disgusting or is it okay?
It's relatively tame, I would say, in terms of climbs, but yeah, it's a test. It's a test.
Tame. We will see. Tame.
Ish.
I've not yet found tame here in the Lake District.
It's tame-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
Windlatter, here we come. Already getting dropped.
"100 Greatest Climbs Windlatter unfurls its 3 kilometres over a leisurely for the Lake District, 7% average gradient, commencing from the very handsome town of Braithwaite."
Bloody hell, Lee. You're going, son. Like your style, sir.
In most other parts of the UK, Windlatter would stand out as a grade A tremendous climb, but against the backdrop of such esteemed company, to my mind it was the least impressive of my Lake District ascents. As you'll see in just a moment, it does however make for an exceptional location to practice hard hill climbing efforts.
Go, 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 sir! He'll out the afterburner.
Good. I knew it is.
Who is it?
It's Lloyd Wise. He would give better run for his money.
All right.
Yeah.
Lloyd Wise.
I think.
As we saw on Winnett's Pass in the Peak District, and also with top cat
He's
Tony
got a better me here.
on the Matlock Top 10, it's always incredible to see an exceptional hill climber accelerate into the distance at a hard effort on the climb. Do check out Peak District Perfection and also Hill Climbers Heaven, where you'll see just that. Now I was going really nicely, but I still couldn't hold Lee's wheel. And ever the gentleman, he eased up in order to let me bridge across. Most likely, he'd sensed my ability to get lost mid-segment. My navigational skills are, as we've seen in the past, challenged. was good, but once again, I was more than ready for the summit. 10 minutes 35 seconds at 295 watts. A very nice threshold effort for me.
Windlatter in the bag, and Lee, you set an infernal pace up there. Couldn't hold your wheel for part of it, and thank you for slowing down.
I think you could have come around me at any time.
Trust me, I definitely couldn't have come around you. So there was a fast guy up on, who do you think it was?
I think it's a local guy called Lloyd Wise, very quick, so
Lloyd Wise.
that's why I didn't overtake him, because I know he could take
Yeah,
it.
Lloyd Wise lit up the afterburners there. But you clawed him back in the end. He's
Clawed
probably
him
on a
back.
recovery.
He's probably doing 20 hill reps or something though.
Yeah. Anyway, that was good. A nice threshold climb. We'll see what the power was, but yeah. Respect, sir.
Respect.
You dropped me proper. There we go. Yeah, that sounds good. So to the climber,
The spoils.
the spoils indeed.
Awesome.
Cinnamon bun spoils and lemon drizzle cake spoils.
Awesome.
Give us a taste test.
Oh, this one first.
Mary Berry. It's
Yes.
good.
It's good.
Lemon drizzle cake gets the thumbs up.
It is good.
He's a cappuccino man, by the way. And here we go. Cinnamon bun. Lord de Lego. English cinnamon bun. Not the Swedish.
That is nice.
That's the business, is it?
perfect.
Cinnamon bun gets the biggest of the thumbs up. Lee, I just want to say how much I have enjoyed having a thrash out here with you. It's been absolutely stupendous. You've been the consummate host, sir.
Well, we didn't get the weather today, but awesome ride, it really was.
It was awesome, and it also proves that I can go out in the rain. Because I am the fair weather rider.
You don't melt.
I don't melt or dissolve. Anyway, Lee, thanks ever so much. Respect, sir. Looking forward to seeing you either down south or me coming
yes.
back north.
Oh yes, we've got the Fred Whitton